Ladies and gentlemen, it is playoff time. So I'm going to need some help from all of you there, all of our viewers. So come on, just do it with me one time. What is up, everybody? And welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Meat on the 50. It is our playoff picks episode. Yes, we are into the NFL playoffs. It is Super Wildcard Weekend. And man, oh man, do we have some great matchups for you. And I think I'm just talking way too much. So without further ado, let's start the show. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to our playoff picks edition of Meat on the 50. You know what it is. It is the NFL. It is Super Wildcard Weekend, and we have some games to talk about. As always, breaking down the games with me, one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan. Brandon, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Jake. It is that time. Playoffs are here. We had a long, grueling 18 weeks of football. A lot of things happened. Some tragic things happened. Some good things happened.
Yeah.
Like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly throughout the 2022-2023 season. But I am ready. This is my favorite 3 weekends out of the year. The playoffs, the NFL playoffs. I mean, who could ask for more? And the Super Wildcard Weekend is among us.
Yes, it is among us. And I know you're ready. I'm ready. We hope that you are ready at home. But before we get into the action, do us a favor. If you have not done so already, just do us a quick favor and check out our Week 18 review episode, right? It is the finale. It was the last week in the NFL regular season, and we had some epic things happen. So do us a favor and check it out, because all season long, we have been keeping track of how we've been doing with our picks. And we like to show it every single week on that show, and we declared a regular season champ winner. So do us a favor and check that out so you can see who it is. Okay. Are they gone? All right, let's put it up for those who knows what's coming next. Let's quickly put it up on the screen. All right, last week for yourself, dominating, ending in a strong fashion. 12-4, 1-0 in the guaranteed victory. For myself, 9-7, 1-0 in the guaranteed victory. That would mean that you, Brandon Sullivan, are the regular season picks champion overall for the season. That put us at 168, 101, 2-1. Thanks to that no contest, right? 15-3 on the guaranteed victories. Great job. For myself, 161, 108, 2-1, 15-2-1 on the guaranteed victories. Solid. Absolutely solid. And you improving your overall record by 9 wins year over year from last year to this year. Great job overall. Let's wipe those off the screen, because it is time for Super Wild Card Weekend, and we have got some good games. And man, oh man, I started it off last year. It looks like they want you guys to start it off this year. So starting us off on Saturday, we got a division matchup, what most would call a walkover, but we won't get ahead of ourselves. We got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to Levi's Stadium for a second time this season to take on the San Francisco 49ers. What do you got for me?
Yeah, just honestly super nervous about this game. It's so hard for a team to beat any opponent 3 times in one season. We saw the Niners dominated the Rams last year, and then the Rams, took us when it mattered. So Seattle's given us a lot of trouble over the years. Definitely not overlooking them. This was worst case scenario for me and Niners fans. I just deep down, none of us wanted to play Seattle.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll's got a lot of things up his sleeve, and also you got Walker, who's running really well. You got Lockett, and you got DK Metcalf, and then Geno Smith's had a pretty solid year. So, kind of erase what already happened. The first 2 times we played them. Very nervous about this game. Obviously, I got to roll with my guys. I roll with them reluctantly. I do think that there's a good chance that we could lose this game. I'm very, very worried. So I'm just going to pick the Niners in this one, in a very close one. Robbie Gould field goal at the end, after being down. Just not confident, probably the least confident I've ever been in the playoffs. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the 49ers in a very close one, 27-24. Would not be surprised at all if Seattle went in there and beat us. But because, they've just had our number for so long. So I think we'll be lucky to squeak by and get out of this and avoid embarrassment. But I just have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, this one's going to be very interesting, right? We got a matchup that will happen for a 3rd time, right? The Niners sweeping the season series, and we shall see what happens in the playoffs. But the Niners are going to be just fine because they had the return of Debo. Now they are complete. The unit is complete. Like I was saying, well rested, refined, tuned up, and just ready to go for the playoffs. You got McCaffrey, you got Kittle, you got Ayuk. Now you got Debo back. BCB playing great. Niners absolutely handle business to lead us off Saturday afternoon. We got 35-17 San Francisco 49ers marching into the divisional round like expected, because they were marching at the end of the season. They're going to continue marching into the divisional round. San Francisco 49ers 35-17 handling business at home. Our prime time Saturday night game is this one is just an absolute fuego fire matchup. You got the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego clinching the 5 seed without even doing anything on Sunday. The Chargers traveling down to sunny Jacksonville to take on the AFC South champions, the Jacksonville Jaguars. What do you got for me?
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Another Saturday night game in Jacksonville. I think, Jacksonville at this point is playing with house money. I think no one anticipated that they would have the turnaround that they did this year. So kudos to them. Even if they do get bounced in the first round, this season was a success.
Yeah.
And they have something that they can build off of. So a lot of credit to them. Like we did on our review episode, they get all the credit. Chargers maybe turning things around towards the end of the season. Not sure if, they kind of knew that they were locking up the seed, if that's why they played the way they did against Denver, but I don't know.
Very strange.
Denver fought hard, but I got to roll with the Chargers here. I do think that the Chargers get it done. I think that Herbert, shows why he's a good quarterback. And I think that the Chargers have all the pieces. They have to win a playoff game here, right? If they don't win a playoff game, I think that, Coach Taylor is, or Staley, is in trouble. So because you can't go to the playoffs and then get bounced. Not with the weapons that you have. I mean, you got Austin Eckler, you got Mike Williams, you got Keenan Allen. You got some solid pieces, and obviously you got Derwin James. You got some really good pieces on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack, right? And I believe Joey Bosa is going to be playing. So I think that you're a Chargers fan. You got to be hopeful here. I think that this was the best case scenario for you. I don't think playing the Bills or the Bengals in the first round is what you want. You want to play with an inexperienced Jacksonville team who also doesn't have any playoff wins under their belt.
Agreed.
So, going with the Chargers here. I do think the Chargers win in a close one. Picking the Chargers 31-24.
Yeah, this game has just star power written all over it. This is going to be a great matchup. Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, both teams leading their teams into the playoffs for the first time, and both guys doing what they were drafted to do. This is exactly what they were drafted to do. Lead their teams into the playoffs. That's exactly what both of them did. So I cannot be more excited for this matchup. But very, very, very early on, I picked the Chargers to go to the Super Bowl, and we'll get there. But the road to the Super Bowl starts in Jacksonville. So the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego, they handle business down there in Jacksonville, but in what I'm hoping to be an electrifying game. So I'm going 42-35. I'm going an absolute barn burner shootout between Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence. Not much defense, a lot of offense, but man, oh man, can these guys really bring the heat? So I am juiced to watch the Chargers and the Jaguars, but I'm going Trevor Lawrence falls in his first playoff game to Justin Herbert, 42-35. Chargers get the job done and advance to the divisional round. Moving on to Sunday morning, leading us off with an AFC playoff game. We got the Miami Dolphins traveling to Orchard Park in Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. What do you got for me?
Guaranteed victory. I got a guaranteed victory for you here. I do think that the Buffalo Bills handle business against your Miami Dolphins and your coach, Mike McDaniel. Those are your guys, along with Zach Wilson, Mac Jones. The list goes on. Your guys. I think the Bills handle this one 31-14.
Yeah, I think it's like I think we're on like the fifth double guaranteed victory. We're going Buffalo Bills. Dominate the Skylar Thompson, the Teddy Bridgewater, I don't even know. I don't even know. The Gus Johnsons, the Randy Rudolphs, the Bob Myers. I don't even know. The janitors there, any faculty member that they decided to throw out on the staff. I don't even know. Whoever is out there for the Miami Dolphins, it ain't going to be enough. The Buffalo Bills get the job done on Sunday to march into the divisional round, and it's gonna be not pretty, folks. 35-10. If Tua doesn't play, they ain't scoring. So Buffalo Bills absolutely handle business at home in the Wild Card Weekend. Moving on to our afternoon game, we got a good one. We got the New York G-Men. The New York Football Giants traveling to Minnesota, don't you know, to take on the Minnesota Vikings. What do you got for me?
I like Minnesota in a close one. I do think Minnesota is able to handle business at home. It was a close one before with the New York Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings early on in the season. That was a nail biter. That was a very good game to watch, but I got to roll with Minnesota here. I do think Minnesota gets it done. I think they win this one 31-28. I think they win by a field goal. I think that the Giants' last effort just isn't enough. And I think that, Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson are able to get going and advance to the divisional round.
Yeah, this game I expect to be very entertaining. I'm very curious to see how Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, and these guys perform. TJ Hawkinson now. So we'll see what happens with the Vikings, right? Daniel Jones, first playoff game, leading the Giants, trying to get that contract, playing basically with his own house money. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the Giants decide to do here. Saquon Barkley, I expect to be pretty electric. So this should be a very good game. But I'm going to roll with the home team here. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I'm going 27-20. I do think they get the job done. I do not foresee many upsets in Wild Card Weekend. But I got the Minnesota Vikings handling business 27-21 at home. I would say just walking into the division round, not really making any statement or anything like that. Moving on to our prime time Sunday night game. We got the Baltimore Ravens traveling back to, well, not really. They definitely just stayed there, coming out of their hotels, getting in their Ubers, getting in their buses, traveling back to Paycor Stadium to play and take on the Cincinnati Bengals. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a domination by the Bengals. Same back-to-back weeks. I got to roll with your guys. I do think that the Cincinnati Bengals are able to defeat the Baltimore Ravens 35-14.
Yeah, I am very nervous because, like you said, you play a team 3 times. We've already split 1-1. This is kind of for like the overall kind of season series, you could say. So this is going to be a very interesting game. Lamar Jackson, I do believe, is not going to play, though. He has not practiced in over a month. There's no way he's going to come off the couch and just suddenly play. So they turn to Tyler Huntley. Let's see if his health can get there. Otherwise, it's going to be the same quarterback who was out there last time. This is going to be a very interesting game because you're going to get Mark Andrews back. You're going to get J.K. Dobbins back. And those two guys, well, J.K. Dobbins especially was playing very solid at the end of the season. He was leading the league in carries and yards rushed. So J.K. Dobbins is definitely an interesting weapon that the Bengals defense is going to have to basically take care of. Bengals defense forced 4 turnovers last week. That is awesome. That's what we need. We want our defense to start revving up like they did last year. So we're going Cincinnati Bengals. Getting the job done. 32-21. Bengals get the job done at home to get into the divisional round. This is a big game right here. Get the season series. You don't even need to get back on track, but just have a solid playoff performance, march into the divisional round. But the Bengals get the job done against the Ravens. And our last game on Monday night to end Super Wildcard Weekend, we got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Florida, traveling to Tampa Bay for possibly one last time, Tampa Bay, to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What do you got for me?
I just gotta, I think that Dallas has a good chance to win this game. I honestly was thinking Dallas this whole weekend, but I just gotta roll with my guy one last time, the GOAT, Thomas Patrick Brady. Man. I mean, you thought I was going to go with somebody else. I mean, at the end of the day, Tom Brady's the man. Yeah. 7 most decorated NFL career, I think, all time. Just an incredible player, man. Just an incredible player. So I got to roll with him. I think that this could be his last game. It's possible. Definitely could be the last game in Tampa Bay. We don't know. Are they going to win? Are they going to play the Eagles next week? Whoever wins this game potentially will play the Eagles. That's a possibility. I mean, obviously the Giants could, the Seahawks could. But I like Tampa Bay's chances here with the GOAT. I do think that they win this one. I think it's a close one, but I do think they win it. I'm going with Tampa Bay 28-24.
Wow, you got the first kind of upset of Wild Card Weekend, the Bucks over the Cowboys. As much as I would love to see Tom end the Dallas Cowboys reign, and as much as I know this is going to come and bite me in the butt, and as much as I want this to be reverse psychology so that they do in fact lose, we are going to roll with the Dallas Cowboys getting the job done on the road, advancing to the divisional round, but ending Tom Brady's time in Tampa Bay. We know he's not staying. Where is he going to go? Who knows? Sign and trade deal with a certain city in a deserty kind of environment. Possible. That's where he might possibly be going. We'll get into that and more. But the Dallas Cowboys get the job done. This is going to be a close game. I can tell you that much. 24-17. Dallas Cowboys get the job done on the road to advance to the divisional round. What a week of football we have ahead of us. I hope all of you are ready, because Brandon and I are ready, and we cannot wait, because that is going to do it for this edition, this playoff edition of Meat on the 50. And as always, we want to thank you, our viewers, for taking the time for checking us out, whether you're a new viewer, returning viewer, what have you. We want to thank you for stopping by and just checking us out, and just checking us out. And we hope that we have done something to keep you coming back for more. So, my friend, Brandon, any last words for the people?
Just hoping that we have an amazing wild card weekend. I want to see the 49ers and the Bengals win. Obviously, I want to see the 49ers win so badly, just to, put Seattle out of their misery. I would love to see nothing more than to just, I feel like we swept them. We just left a little bit there. We got to sweep it away. So I'm hopeful that the Niners play the way that they are capable of. A lot of times against Seattle, they don't. If they play the way that they are capable of, they have the opportunity to dominate Seattle. I'm always on the realism, more pessimist side when it comes to Seattle, because they've put me through a lot of trauma. I have PTSD with this dang team. But the missing piece for them in the division may be Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson had our number for a lot of years. For some reason, when he saw that red and gold, like, he changed and he was a better player. So that may be it, but still on a collision course. My team versus yours. We're still alive. And not a lot of people can say that, and so week one in the playoffs, I'm hoping that both of us can advance to the divisional round. So we have another chance next week.
Yeah, you know what? Just kind of a nerve-wracking matchups for both of us, both divisional matchups, both the third time we'll be seeing these teams. Both need solid victories marching in to the divisional round. I am excited for these matchups, and I am excited that the Niners kick us off for Super Wildcard Weekend. And I hope you guys join us next time when we will be reviewing all these games, and hopefully two positive outcomes for the both of us. But that is going to do it for our playoff pick episode, our playoff picks edition of Meat on the 50. As always, that is one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan. I am Jacob Cutler, the fantasy guy. And until divisional round week, come on, Bengals. Come on, Niners. Get the job done. Brandon and Jake, we're out.